Hey, how you doing? Austin here. So I want to talk to you about Banana Task Force Ape. Still one of the best named projects out there, in my opinion. One that always resonates, and everybody pretty much knows what BTFA is. And what we're going to do in this video is I'm actually going to dive into their brand new website. And there's a lot of stuff that they've done here that I really like. They've created a story around their new website. There's almost like a mythology around the go forward vision of the entire BTFA ecosystem, the future NFT drop that's coming, and we're going to dive into that in this video. As always, thanks for your time. I greatly appreciate you. And by the way, I am a brand ambassador for BTFA, and I also own BTFA myself. So now the vision and the story actually really starts with this image here that you see on the screen. This image here that you see on the screen was actually leaked a while ago, and it was one of the pieces of art that has come from their new partnership with a new artist, Fabrice, who is used to be an artist for Marvel and has done a lot of really cool stuff. So I want to show you this. I'm going to move this. There's actually a soundtrack behind this. So gotta click here. So sorry. So it's basically the sound of a jungle, and I like that. Okay, so let me move this back for you. Apologize. Let me move me back so I can get that. Okay, so here we go. So there's actually a backdrop, a backstory of the image you see here, and the easiest way for me to tell you that is to actually kind of go up here on the menu at the very top that you see right here. Now, there's nothing more here on the home page itself, so there's nothing. You don't scroll down or anything. If you click on the B, which is their new logo, it does bring you back to this. Now it shows buy, OpenSea, Rarible, Coinbase. These are going to be platforms where you'll be able to, buy about. It will take you to this page right here, where it gives you a little bit of insight into, again, this is going to be a new collection of 8,000 NFTs with over 100 unique traits drawn by former Disney. I mentioned Marvel, but also Disney. Marvel artist Fabrice Sapolsky. And this is going to be now. Here's the interesting thing about what this new NFT mint is going to give you associated with this new 8,000 mint. So you're going to get exclusive future NFT whitelist, staking, Apapalooza concert events, retail drops, alpha groups, exclusive comic releases, and perks extending into the metaverse. The jungle, that's their metaverse, the jungle that holds additional benefits within our ecosystem. So again, we're getting a metaverse component at some point in the future. All right. The longer the ape is held, the more reward metrics will unlock for the owner. That's an interesting twist. I like that. So they're starting to incentivize people to hold these longer. Our goal is to bridge NFTs with real world utility, Web3, and social experiences that are made possible by our community. Okay. So this is actually some glimpses into, well, not glimpses. This is some of the new NFT examples of what is coming that have been created by the new artist Fabrice Sapolsky. Gallery here is not, there's nothing active right now. Again, this is a brand new website. The docs is really where some interesting stuff comes into play. So there's a story, a white paper, and a brand guide. And I've got them right here. So I've actually read this story. I actually really enjoyed this. This is a document where they've created it and they've given you some insight into how this new world, if you will, was created. All right. And so I'm not going to take all of it. I would like for you to go check it out. Again, it's just go to bananataskforceape.com and then go to docs and story. But I'm going to give you the highlights. So basically the story goes is that there was an island and there was these apes on the island. They were normal apes, if you will, and something washed ashore. And then they started to eat this thing that washed ashore. There was radiation things. And then this community grew up out of this, and different types of apes, evolved very quickly, by the way. And there was a city built. This is the city, right? And then there was different factions inside of the ape community. And so it's really a really well-crafted, very simple, very short story. There's only 4 pages here, but there's a lot of and I'm thinking of it almost as mythology being built into this narrative in this story. And I think that this is something really cool that you don't see a lot of anymore. You don't see projects building a backstory, if you will, a backdrop for their project. And so that's one thing I really liked about this, and I applaud that BTFA did this. Now, also here under Docs, there's a white paper and a brand guide, and I've looked at those as well. This is their white paper. I'm not going to get into all of this. There's approximately 19 pages, but this gives you all the insight into everything. I'll cover this in future videos, but there's some really interesting stuff here that's talking about the vision, the value, and a lot of different stuff. A lot of stuff, right? So it's going to give you insight into ownership and all the different components that you'll want to check out. So again, check out the white paper. This video really meant to kind of give you some insight into the new website, the new narrative, the new mythology, the new everything they're creating for the BTFA community. Now, there's also underneath that button right here underneath this docs a thing called a brand guide. Now this was interesting. This was new, and so when I opened this, I'm like, okay, cool. But it got a little bit into the story, vision, colors, and typography. So it gets into a lot of the again, it's a brand guide, but there is a manifesto, but it talks about the colors that they use, actually gives the exact colors that they use, the typography, the types of fonts that they've used, how their logo is used and represented. There's some interesting things there. Okay, so again, there's a mint button here where it basically just says connect your wallet. They're obviously not live yet. Okay. But there's your mint, a DAO component, white paper, partners, exchanges. This is how you get access to their socials. There's obviously their Discord, and Instagram and Twitter. And you could turn it into a daytime or a nighttime mode. I thought that was really pretty cool. So let me see this if I could see. Yeah, so you got nighttime mode and you have daytime mode. That's actually really cool. I like that. All right, so I'm going to end there. Like I said, check it out. Definitely, spend some time. Really, really well done website redesign, and I like what I'm seeing. And I would tell you, my advice to you is to dig a little bit into the docs, predominantly the story, that 4-page document that I showed you, and the white paper to give you some insights into kind of the future, the present and future value of kind of what BTFA is continuing to build. And that's really what it comes down to. I like that they are continuing to look forward and look into the future and continuing to innovate as it goes. So thank you for your time. I'll see you. Have a good one. Take care.